everyone. Jim Clark here at the Synchronicity Sanctuary in the Central Virginia Blue Ridge Mountains to share with you another contemplation. The contemplation I want to share with you today is if you're crossing a river and an empty boat collides with you, even though you might have a bad temper, there's not going to be any shouting and screaming because it's an empty boat. Who are you going to shout at? There's no one there. But if there is somebody in, guess what's going to happen? There's going to be arguments. You're going to wonder, what are you doing? Why didn't you get out of the way? And on and on and on. Okay, conflict. So the empty boat, it's really it's referencing wholeness versus fragmentation. If you are identified as a human being and your world is full of other human beings, then your world is full of conflict. Your world is a competitive one. And you're always looking at yourself in relation to some other. And so the empty boat really is a symbol for your own state of balance. If you're balanced, if you're experiencing unified consciousness as opposed to illusion and illusion, then there's nobody in the boat. There's nobody to run into. There's only one blissful consciousness. And whatever you may see, it's the same blissful consciousness. There is no other. And so that's what really this contemplation is all about. It's simply pointing to the experience of unity versus that of fragmentation and the pathology of fragmentation, which is egocentricity, obsessive narcissism, selfishness, and polarized isolationism. In other words, you are in the world that is full of others to compete with in life. So that's what this contemplation is all about, the empty boat. Can you empty your boat? Or is there somebody getting in your way? Is life difficult? Life is always, whether you're a meditator or not, it's a clearing process where your boat is constantly being emptied out. Although if you're unconscious in the process, you're going to fill the boat as fast as it's getting emptied. But if you are a meditator and you're aware of the possibilities of unified consciousness as an experience for you as a human being to have, then emptying the boat is a very important contemplation to utilize. It's something to keep in your awareness that there is an ever-growing state of wholeness as a process of being human. So it pays for people to be aware and to keep a positive attitude towards yourself, to love yourself, and that way you can include everything in your world as the same blissful consciousness that you are. But first you have to bring yourself to the experience of unified consciousness. Until then, it's a concept. Until then, there could be somebody in that boat running into you. But if you keep your awareness and your focus on the truth of who you are and what life is, even though you may experience a collision here and there, if you remind yourself that it's your boat and you're the only one in it, then there's still nobody to yell at. There's really no conflict in truth. So that's what I wanted to share with you this week. The empty boat, it was a contemplation that I remember very well back in the earlier days of my time here at the Synchronicity Sanctuary. But it was a very powerful contemplation because it brought my awareness to how full my boat was at that time, as it's bringing my awareness to the same thing now. My boat may not be totally empty, but it's certainly a lot more space in it now than there used to be. So the empty boat, there is only one blissful consciousness, and you're it. So just hold that thought, contemplate this, meditate, meditate, meditate. And pretty soon, there will be nobody to get in your way. There will be nobody to run into, because there is only one, and you're